in 2021, I discovered Ben Bikman and was enthralled by his knowledge and his charisma. And then he said, you can go on statin if you want, but we're finding 50% of women that are postmenopausal will have diabetes. And he struck me then, and I have been, ever since, I have been enthralled with Insulin IQ. I have such a gratitude in my heart for finding them, and for I find the team here is just abundant with generosity and with resources, wonderful people, wonderful information. My life has been changed since 2021, and I am just filled with gratitude, and I'm tickled and happy to be a part of this today, and hope that you might feel my interest and love and concern for the cause here to help us all get healthy and to live long and to love our darling people that are around us. And that's basically what I wanted to share about me. So thank you.
Perfect. Well, we're grateful for you too, Nanette. So we're glad you
tried it. I did it really good for a month, but I didn't stick with it. It's not easy to go from what you've known your whole life and what's surrounded what you are living around, what you grew up with, what your habits are, all those things that are working against you. So I am super impressed for people that can completely change their life and stay with it. But I'm also impressed with people who go on and off and don't ever give up. But, just because we know doesn't mean we have the strength always to do it. But when we have the strength, there's always evidence in the power and the amazingness and the worth of it. But then we get weak or life happens and it's like a cycle of frustration, at least for me. And so I'm grateful for reminders and people who are willing to fight this good fight with and choose this lifestyle that isn't easy. It takes extra effort to be different and be the minority of the way that our society is.
Yeah, we've kind of, as a collective group, we've kind of made this addiction to processed carbohydrates not just acceptable, but you're kind of looked upon weird if you don't eat this way. So it's really, I agree with you, it's tricky. And I think learning how to move in and out of it and to show yourself grace as you deal with vacations and family experiences and all that is super important to making this a long-term lifestyle. But many of us have this idea that it's kind of all or nothing. And so it's tricky to get out of that mindset and realize that you can affect a lot of change without that mentality.
Well, and I think Mark Sisson is who I heard it from, that it resonated the most with me. If you all haven't heard of him, he's great too. He always said, I tell all my patients this, I expect you to try and aim for perfection, but understanding that you're never going to achieve it. If anyone here in this room thinks they can be 100% perfect 100% of the time, you're fooling yourself. And so his goal is, and what he teaches is that if you encourage people to strive for perfection, knowing they're never going to achieve it, hopefully we're at about an 80% rule, which is really quite effective when it comes to most people. So. And Cristy, you're always so well spoken. You just kind of give goosebumps every time you speak. So thank you for speaking up.
Yeah, that when you said that 80% thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know what I'm going to do. For the month of March, I'm going to get a calendar for just March and put a check for the 100% days and the not so, and then compare, because sometimes I think I do better than I realize. So because we beat ourselves up for the days that we don't do good, and then those are the days that we are only remembering. So keeping track of the good that we do.
Yep, it's that same old phrase, like this darn social media stuff and whatnot, that you only remember the negative comments, you never remember the positive ones. And this is the exact same thing. If you can focus on those wins, then yay. I mean, good on you. So